Good morning everyone, it's giant 2W Gravity Enduro time back here in Rotorua. I'm so excited to be back here racing. Seems a long time since we've had any serious racing going on with COVID. We had COVID, got rid of COVID, got COVID back, then got rid of it again. But anyway, we're allowed to have big gatherings, races, so it's all very exciting. Pretty cold day here in Rotorua, but the weather forecast looks great and the tracks look even better. So come join me for hopefully it's going to be an epic day's racing. Now, the first thing you have to do when you get to one of these races is decide who you're going to race with. And today I've chosen to ride with Richard, Martin and Francis. I don't know if they wanted me to ride with them, but I didn't give them a choice. We did go past the old shuttle queues, but now that I'm a serious athlete, I don't need shuttles anymore. It's straight up the hill on the e-bike. We started with the first stage. We're going to do Frankenfurter into Riffraff. It's always hard to decide on what stage to do first, but we thought we'd start with a scary one. But anyway, let's see how it goes. Alright. Now the good thing about following young Martin and Francis down the track was I had absolutely zero chance of catching them, so it gave me a sort of a bit of a clear buffer in front of me. Now, Riffraff and Frankenfurter, grade 5, steep technical tracks. To be honest, made a bit of a meal of it. I've ended up bleeping over or muting most of the swearing, but yeah, didn't exactly do a great job on this one. Now this is the first time e-bikes have been in the long stage for this Enduro, so very interested to see just sort of what advantage the e-bike gives me over my normal competitors. And I thought I might compare some times. I'll compare my time with Richard, who I've never actually beaten in an Enduro, and I'll also compare my time with Brooke, which likewise I've never beaten him in an Enduro either. Just for hoots and giggles, we'll throw in Keegan Wright's time, who actually won the overall race, just so you can realise just exactly how slow we are. Okay, my time for this event was 5:24. Again, not my best work, but Brooke absolutely hammered me in a 4:45, and Richard still beat me in a 5:02. So really the e-bike didn't give me any advantage on this stage at all. In fact, you can see I'm making a right meal of it. I don't know, I'm just not getting it right today. As a comparison, Keegan Wright did a 3 minutes 30. That's insane. But anyway, managed to survive this stage. Alright, that's stage 1 down. I must admit, my heart is still flipping racing. Got a couple of bits completely wrong, but hopefully we can improve as the rest goes on. And I guess after one stage, it must be time for a feed. Okay, next up is Te Hotoariki into Hatupatu. Now Hatupatu is another grade 5 steep technical track. To make things make matters worse, my seat post isn't working at this point, so I had to have the seat down the whole way down, and basically my legs are made out of gelatine, so if I ever get the opportunity to put the seat up and have a little rest, I'm going to take it, and there were certainly opportunities when I would have liked to have done that. Now as for the e-bike, this stage I think actually did benefit me. There were definitely little ups, little climbs, and places where the motor was of great assistance.
Oh, that was a bit sketchy. So was that. Whoa, slide. Control, Lance, control.
Okay, so what about the times, you say? Well, I did it in a 5:17, and I must admit, Brooke did hit me at a 5:14, but that was about as close as I got to him, I think. And Richard, who was faster than me on the last stage, did a 5:50, so I managed to beat him quite convincingly, and I think, again, that's the e-bike thing. In his comparison, of course, Keegan Wright did it in a 3:53, and clearly a motor's not going to make a difference to a guy like that.
Big hole.
Well, good news was the mechanics were very helpful at the top. Turns out that we were leaking air, so pumped the bit of air back into the seat post again, and it worked for the rest of the day. Only a temporary fix, but it kept me going.
So you guys go in front of me, I think probably the best solution. And I'll just yell when I want to come by.
So it's super dry, I've been told this one, eh?
Oh, it's totally dry, like the driest track out of the whole lot.
I should probably just go straight after them because I'm not going to catch them.
Nah, give them a bit of space.
race. Make them feel like, you know, they've...
I'll be super impressed, won't I? Yeah.
Okay, now the lady at the top, we were all joking about the dry as concrete in the middle section, and you'll see exactly what I mean in a minute. It's bone dry up here, but there's a section right up here that turns into a bog.
Yep, we got the outside line. All right, just smooth and in control. This is...
Oh, well, it looks like I managed to impress some people anyway. I'd done it in practice yesterday, and there was a high dryer line up there which I managed to take. Saying that, there's no dry line through this bit, it's just a matter of tripoding your way through it.
A bit of encouragement there.
Now the track then becomes pretty fast and furious, to be honest. It was quite scary going, well, it feels fast to me, over all these drops and technical rooty bits. So yeah, it was a pretty scary run. And my time, what was the time?
Oh, I'm alive.
Did a 5:02. I'm not the best on this track, and Brooke easily beat me in a 4:46. And Richard also beat me in a 4:53, and just for Keegan a 3:12. So I guess this stage is again not really much benefit on the e-bike.
Slow and steady wins the race. Maybe not wins the race, but lives. You just got here? Yeah, just about caught you, eh? Yeah.
No, I think you just overtook us.
Cold.
Go on, Richard.
No, sit down.
That
was scary.
I've been here 3 minutes. How long did you leave me?
2.
2. Oh, tough luck, eh? That was scary, I must admit. I'm still doing the old shakes. All right, we'll finish the downhill stage. I must admit, I thought I was going to die multiple times on that track. My heart is racing. I was absolutely petrified. But anyway, we've got 2 easy stages now, so it's time to have a bit of fun and hopefully not kill ourselves.
Okay, a bit of a queue for the next stage. Actually had been very few queues today. It would run very smoothly. Now this track was going to be an interesting one. We're going down a track called Frontal Lobotomy. Now Frontal Lobotomy is an up track, so no one's ever tried riding down it before. Well, certainly I haven't. Now the thing about going down, if you've ever tried to go fast down an up track, is that none of the corners are designed for you to go fast down them. So you can pick up a crazy amount of speed down here, but then suddenly a tree just jumps out in front of you. So it was fun. It wasn't that technical, but at times it was really quite scary. Now this is another stage where I think the e-bike is probably going to have quite a big advantage in that this is actually quite pedally, and I was pedaling like fury the whole way down. And even in Whaki there's a few climbs. So alright, well, let's do the time, shall we? So I did a 5:44 and actually managed to pit Brooke at 5:49. So I actually beat him on a stage, and Richard 6 minutes. So definitely the motor was a big advantage here. And just for comparison, Keegan did a 4:47. I do think it's kind of cool really though that you can race e-bikes alongside normal bikes, and although you can't say it's directly fair, the time differences aren't really that great, and certainly you can beat an e-bike on a normal bike if it's a steep technical downhill track and you're a better rider, I guess. So I'll be interested to see where it goes, but I'm really loving racing the e-bikes, and it seems to me, and you can let me know in the comments, but they can race right alongside normal bikes in a separate class, of course, but it's not like I'm overtaking loads of people or people are catching me. It seems to work, I reckon.
Down. Woo! Now that was a hoot. Sketchy as going down that thing backwards, but a hoot. Might have to just catch my breath for a bit. See you at the top.
Alright, we're into Hot Cross Buns. This is a grade 4 track, and this is one of the 2 tracks that is shared with the short course of this Enduro. Normally on the Enduro, the short course and the long course share 4 stages, and this time they only share 2, and it means that there are more difficult stages in the long version, which I think is a really good idea, and it also had the effect of reducing the queues as well. Now this track is e-bike paradise, big climb in the middle, and I definitely got a big benefit on this track. The times, I actually did a 4:46, and as you can see, beat Brooke, he did a 5 minutes, and Richard a 5:13, so definitely a big advantage on the e-bike on this one. Keegan still did a 3:54, so I guess he's just a machine. If you do like watching these videos, I would love it if you subscribe. I've talked to a few people recently and they say, oh, I can't quite work out how to subscribe and how does this Google account thing work. Well, next time the grandkids come to visit you in the pensioner village, just ask them to give you a hand and say, look, you want to subscribe to Best Day Ever MTB. All joking aside, I would love it if you subscribe.
Yeah, boy. Right behind me. He might have caught me.
Oh, is that Brett?
Good stuff, man.
Did you get the pit?
He nearly had me, man.
You 2W.
Now, I know you're thinking that my channel really only appeals to 50-year-old men and older who ride e-bikes, but I've just found a woman who says she likes my channel. Is that true, that you actually watch my videos?
I do.
And subscribed?
Yes.
Look at that. You don't believe that, eh, would you? All right, it's just me and Richard left. Gonna finish with a joker, do it slow, and then finish with a drink and a sausage roll or something. All right.
Now the joker stage doesn't count to your overall time, but if you want to get a spot prize, you need to do it. So normally I just sort of roll along this at the end of the day. But then Richard said that he was going to try and chase me down, and so the competitive spirit took hold and I went like fury. Now believe it or not, there was 416 people who did the joker and I got 38, which must be the highest I would have ever done any stage. So the e-bike was probably quite good on this flat pedally stage, and I managed to beat Richard by 7 seconds, so pretty happy overall.
Oh, not bad. Well done, man. Good go. Time for a cold drink, eh?
Well, that turned out to be an epic day. Managed to ride all the tracks clean, well, cleanish. Even managed to come up with a silver medal. Now, I know what you're thinking, Lance, you're a machine, you're a legend. I will point out that nobody got a bronze medal in that category, so I'll let you make of that what you will. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.